The police are still searching for two thieves seen here in surveillance video who violently robbed a young man of his phone and cash. The incident occurred last Friday night in the full view of persons who stood by. This crime is just one of several that is being perpetrated with regularity in the Stabroek market area. The police confirmed to this newscast that several suspects have been arrested, while some have already been processed for court. Acting Chief Constable of the Georgetown Municipality, Gibbons, explained that the disturbing factor surrounding these crimes is the fact that they're mostly committed by a gang of juveniles.
Basically, what we would have observed is young people between the age of 10 to 18 years old. Most of the persons we would have came into contact with and who were arrested and brought to the station are young people, not grown-ups. So you can basically see it's the juveniles who are involved in mostly the snatching of phones and robbing of persons.
Mrs. Gibbons explained that in most instances, the youths who commit these crimes are not often from dysfunctional homes. While stating that these acts should not go unpunished, the acting chief constable offered this advice.
And what we would have recognized too is the children or these teenagers who are getting involved in that are children who are out of school at that tender age. Some of them have CXC subjects, as much as 8 CXC subjects, and they're in the streets thieving and committing these acts. And it's a concern for our general society. So what I would say is that we need to take a drastic step.
The chief constable stated that even though these young thieves are of a tender age, they tend to act as career criminals when carrying out their crimes.
What I would have learned over the years is that stealing in general or criminal activities is a tactic. And you would recognize that these persons who are involved in the activities, once they're on the ground, they would know who the policemen are. And you cannot be static at one place at all time. You have to be patrolling to and from. So they monitor the movements of the law enforcement agency. So when you gone, since you move off from an area, and then you might hear persons saying, you know, the constables was just here and 2 policemen was just there.
She stated that persons should be more cognizant of the dangers associated with a crowded market. Gibbons called on citizens to desist from moving around with large amounts of cash.
So my advice to society, it's a festive season, and you know, everybody's busy shopping, and so conscious or unconsciously, you have to avoid using your phone, especially when you're in crowded areas. And the young people are not getting that. They still want your phone ring. They're not trying to go somewhere where they can be secure to answer the phone. And what I've observed is that they're walking with these phones in the hand like if it's a pocketbook.
Juvenile, HGP Nightly News.